Dude, I was watching that Quentin Tarantino movie last night. At From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh.
Had the weirdest dream, man. God damn. I was like trying to figure out where I could, how to hide a body and all this stuff. It was like, man, don't watch Quentin Tarantino. Don't watch that kind of stuff before you watch it.
I've had dreams where Selma Hayek is chasing me.
Well, I wouldn't mind that too much. I guess that was pretty sweet.
Not when she's got the big teeth, though. What's up?
This is Brian.
Jesse.
You're watching MMA the hard way
in the car.
So, well, yeah.
We got the freebie, the final Strikeforce event coming up, and it's even though it's free, it's pretty good. It wasn't just like leftover. Hey, let's just get rid of it and let's blow it out. No, there's some thought to the There's a good thought process here. Some good fights.
I just want to. There's a bunch of guys on that card. I just want to see them fight again.
Yeah.
That's what I figure. Hey, it's not about who's going to get a title, who's going to do this. And
we know most of them, the ones that could stand and bang or are going to bring it or who take the competition serious. They're going to come to the UFC. The other guys are going to be, they're going to be let go of. Maybe after a couple fights, they could be brought back into the UFC. I'll just talk about the ones that really caught my attention in YouTube. Yeah. But the one thing that we're talking about offline is George Gurgel versus Adriano Martinez.
Yeah.
That it's untelevised preliminary fight. I don't know too much about Adriano, but I know George Gurgel, he brings it.
Yeah, he's a veteran, man.
He should have been on the preliminary card.
He should have untelevised card.
Yeah,
I'm glad he got a fight.
Yeah, but it should be televised. The guy brings it. On the preliminary cards, the ones that really, all of them caught my attention, especially Ryan Couture versus KJ Noons.
Yeah, it's a big challenge for Ryan Couture. Boy,
really good
up against a guy like that.
Yeah, really good fight. Classic, like you said, grappler versus striker.
KJ, we know he's had a pro boxing career. Yeah, that guy's a striker, and Couture's mostly a ground guy.
Yeah, ground guy.
Being a ground guy.
Taking up after his dad. And I'm not trying to, say anything like that, but it is. He's a grinder.
Yeah, it's his specialty. That's his comfort zone.
Yeah, and then on this preliminary card, you also have Tim Kennedy versus Trevor Smith. That's also a good fight.
Anytime to watch Tim Kennedy fight, I think it's great. He's real well-rounded.
Then you have Roger Gracie versus Anthony Smith.
That guy's going to go for another submission, probably.
Yeah, I know Gracie wasn't too successful in his last fight, but this one, he says he's refocused and he's coming to bring it. Off cue, all these people really want to put an exclamation mark because I think this is going to be their ticket into the UFC. So I think they really want to
win impressively. Yep. That's what I thought. I was thinking, you know what? The final card, look at the way the final WEC card
went out with a bang.
That was incredible.
It had the kick heard around the world on there,
Yeah.
Then you got, you got Pat Healy versus Kurt Hollenbach.
Yeah.
Pat Healy, he brings it.
Yeah.
He brings it.
I got Pat Healy on that one, I think, for sure.
He's got dynamite for hands. Then you got Ed Short Fuse Herman versus Renato Sosa.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be good.
That's Jacare.
Jacare, yeah.
Yeah. I actually got Jacare on that one. I don't know why Ed Herman got the top billing, but I think Jacare's going to get him.
Jacare's got great, one of the... On the ground, not too many people have stopped him except for like the likes of Brulio Estima, which is, come on.
Yeah.
He's pretty much stopped everyone that has 2 feet. But that's going to be a really good fight.
Yeah.
Then you got Mike Kyle versus Gerard. I always get his name right.
Gegard Mousasi.
Exactly.
Boy, oh boy. Mousasi is one of my favorite fighters.
He is good. He goes. He's been in Pride. I'm waiting to see him in the UFC.
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
I'm surprised he hasn't been that he's not there yet.
I see him taking this, and I think it's going to be a challenge. But I see him getting the win.
Hey, Mike Kyle's no pushover. He's got dynamite.
I would never want to fight Mike Kyle.
No, he's got dynamite. Then you got the next two are gimme to a certain extent.
Yep.
You have Josh Barnett versus Nandor Gilmino, I believe. I'm sorry if I massacred your name, my friend. I still want to see the Josh fight.
Yeah, Josh needs to fight a top 10 guy.
He needs,
I think we all know that.
He needs to fight top 10 guy. But the only other guy in the top 10 that's left in the event at that weight class is the guy you just fought, Cormier. You know, versus Dion Starring, and you really can't have them fight against each other again.
Yeah,
so
it's a gimme fight for Cormier as well.
Yeah, the big question that everyone's talking about is, you know, we know that Josh, you know, mend that fence with Dana White. Well, we don't know what's going to happen as far as, you know, if he's going to come over to the UFC. I know Daniel's going to come over. We don't know about Josh. You know, you still have that unsettledness between him and Dana White. Then you got Nate, you know, Marquardt versus Tarec Saffiedine. That's
Tarec Saffiedine.
Saffiedine, I'm sorry.
Oh, yep. And Nate Marquardt.
That's going to be a good fight.
Boy, oh boy. That's, I think, could be the fight of the night.
Yeah.
Because they're both at the top of their game. I mean, Marquardt looked unbelievable in his last
I can't
fight.
believe the same guy that used to fight at 185.
Yeah.
I mean, he's fighting at 170 and he's a beast.
He's a demolisher.
I mean, it just seems like he's gotten much more stronger, much more powerful, much more agile. He says he's not taking TRT no more, so he feels level-headed, and maybe that was psychological. But, I mean, he looks legit. He looks like a beast, and I could hardly wait to see him back in the UFC at 170.
That's a big challenge for Saffiedine. You know, Saffiedine's excellent kickboxer, well-rounded, good conditioning, but
Nate's gonna have that constant pressure. You know, he's that constant pressure, and you know, he's like I said, I'm amazed how much of a difference in his technique, his speed, his style from 185 to 170. You think it'd be the same thing, but it's not. He's
one of
changed.
those guys that found that sweet spot, I think. So how about that main card?
Well,
anything that stands out, you think?
You know what? I see Nate taking it. You know, as far as on that one, I see Daniel Cormier taking it. I see Josh taking it.
Yeah.
I see. I don't want to pronounce his name wrong, but you know,
Mousasi.
I see Mousasi taking it.
Yeah.
The last one, I see Jacare taking it too.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a big showcase for the marquee talent. You know,
and I think the ones that we, you know, for the exception of Josh, which is still a question mark, I think pretty much all those guys are going to come over to the UFC.
Yeah, you know, I did that welterweight
the breakdown,
division breakdown, and you know, right there I listed I think 7 guys that easily.
Most of these guys are what top 10, top 20. You know, so I'm really excited. You know, and then afterwards, that's it. No more Strikeforce. You know, then you're just left with the only other fish in the pond is Bellatore. And Bellatore, you know, moving over to Spike now, you know, it did wonders for the UFC.
Yeah, they've got some talent. And you know what? You know, I do want to congratulate Carla Esparza.
Yes,
she took the Invicta.
That was a 5-round war.
Boy, and that girl she went up against was.
Oh, she was landing.
Yeah, that was not just. Taking a fight on short notice and challenging Carla the way she did with her hands, man.
Yeah, I mean, and she you know, there was a couple armbar submissions on both sides, and I mean, it was not a free gimme fight. It was a war. I mean, those females, they bang.
You know, the funny thing is, a lot of times the big promotions help the smaller promotions. In this instance, Invicta is actually helping. I think it's going to help Bellatore's, because some of the
women
actually, some of the best female fighters are actually in Bellator, especially in that weight class.
It's just going to make them up their ante a little bit more. And you know what I noticed when I saw that Invicta card? Almost every single fight was either a unanimous decision, which is a beating, or a submission, or a TKO of some kind. I mean, these women. Man, they bring it.
I tell you, I think it's just fantastic.
Yeah,
I've been a big fan of women's MMA ever since. I mean, I know as far back as 08, maybe 07, is when I started really kind of getting more involved and following it. And you know, there were fighters like Tara La Rosa that were just fighting all over the world.
Then you have, you know, Gina. Then you have all the other, you know, all the other females that come up. And you know, I don't know if we talked about it last time, but you know, they UFC hired Mike Dolce
Yeah.
to help Cyborg come down to 135.
Cyborg fight happen.
I mean, that's that. You know what? I know they're talking about lack of sales or whatnot. You know, there's always two sides to the story, but I know for a fact Dana is salivating at the mouth to see, you know, Rousey versus Cyborg, because they have legitimate bad blood, and Cyborg is a beast.
Yeah, we'll be doing a breakdown of that card when it comes close, but I'll tell you right now, there's going to be a lot of people that are, it's going to sound like they're going, boo, but what they're really doing is saying carmouche.
Yeah, that's it's you know what, she's a beast. She's not going to be no pushover for Rousey. That's going to be a good fight.
I don't believe she is at all.
And the other thing I'm looking forward to is the Ultimate Fighter, Uncle Chael versus Johnny Bones Jones.
Yeah, I gotta say, you know, I posted on Facebook that I thought, you know, Ultimate Fighter was kind of a joke, and got some feedback almost immediately from people saying that they thought that these were some of the best fights that they've had in a long time. So,
well, you know what? Everyone's talking about it. It hasn't, you know, even though it hasn't come out yet, everyone's talking about, and Dana White already alluded to it, that there's this one guy on the Ultimate Fighter.
Everybody's afraid of him.
That he has sent all 4 of his fighters to the hospital. Devastating finishes. One was, Dana said that one of the fight was the most scariest fight he's ever seen, where the guy went to the hospital and he says it was a holy Jesus shit moment, you know. I mean, and everyone's saying that it's this one guy, you know, it hasn't been confirmed or denied, but it's this one guy from I think he's from Denmark, or he's Danish, Denmark, Norway. And you know, I don't want to disclose his name yet because it's not confirmed or denied, but the guy's a legitimate beast. No one wanted to fight him in the house. I'm looking forward to this one.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Well, hey, that's all the time we got. Hey, I want to thank you for, we got a new subscriber this week. Thank you very much. And we got more Twitter followers.
Thanks for the people following.
Yeah.
As always, I'm new, but I'm getting a lot of traction on the Twitter, and thank you for the people who are Twitter me. It's Jesse1X for Twitter.
Yeah, that's great. So please subscribe and share this with your friends, and we look forward to another episode next week.
Thanks. Keep the comments coming. Thank you very much for support.
All right. See ya.
Take care.